Hey guys, it's your boy Iron Man back here again with another video. Today's video is 10 things that need to change in Gotham Knights. Before we get into it, let me tell you that this list isn't in order and just what I think needs to be changed. First thing I think they need to add is a healing button. The health system isn't that good in the Arkham games. You get your health back after you defeat all the enemies, and this works well if you're playing as Batman or Robin, and when you are fighting 5 to 10 thugs head on, but when you're playing as Catwoman or facing more than 10 thugs or multiple titans, it doesn't work because when you want to knock someone out, you get hit by the titan or someone else and you lose a lot of health and the thug doesn't even get knocked out. For Catwoman, it's worse. When you are in a room and with armed thugs and you get seen once or make a small sound, they all get alerted and start shooting at you. And when they finally lose you, you are at critical or low health. Next is better side dialogue. The side dialogue in these games are cringe. I hope they don't use the same conversations in Gotham Knights because it's so like repetitive. Like, oh, what's going on? I thought we were in charge. Or, what's wrong, Batsy? You too scared to show yourself? And it makes a really weird sound. Now this is a big one. Joker has been the main antagonist in literally every single Arkham game. In Arkham Origins, he ends up being the Black Mask. In Arkham Asylum, he takes control of the asylum and is just the main antagonist. And in Arkham City, they make you think Hugo Strange is the main one, but it actually is the Joker. And he dies in Arkham City, and he's still in Arkham Knight most of the game. Like, I want him to be in the game since this is a reboot, but I don't want him to be the main antagonist. Like, if he ends up being the Court of Owls or like the head of the Court of Owls, I'm gonna be like triggered. The remote controlled battering was one of the most annoying things in Arkham Knight, City, and literally all of the games. It was inverted controls, super fast, U-turns, and so much tight spaces you had to get through. And it was mandatory, like you couldn't get past the level or the mission without getting acing it. And like it just got very, and they put it so much, like it decreased eventually. Like in Asylum, you didn't have to use it, but in City you had to use it so much. It got very annoying. And I don't want them to have it for in Gotham Knights because everyone who's playable in the Arkham games has it a type of this um, remote controlled battery, and I think they should just take it out completely or make it non-mandatory, or if not that, make it improve it so it's not annoying and it's actually easy and we can get past through the level without like difficulty.
Tied up here, Batman. Please get me out of this thing. You're sick.
This part was not that annoying, but still very annoying. Basically, it was like the camera angle was basically everything wrong with it. Like, you're fighting someone and the camera angle would switch so much times and you can't see who you're fighting. And then they just hit you. And it got really annoying, especially for like boss fights. It was Two-Face, Mr. Freeze, and Harley Quinn. But like it can easily be avoided if they just like zoom out the camera a little, because anyone who's behind like that view of the camera, like behind the camera, you can't see, and you lose a lot of health. And you should get, like, if they keep this, they should either fix either this or the health system, and I'll be fine. But even both would be really good. This one was pretty annoying. There's Batman has Batcaves and stuff, but they're very small and they don't really have that much. content. Like you should be able to like. I feel like they should have an actual Batcave, like where you put all your
Don't worry, I
collectibles,
think I'm close.
everything. I mean, back the Belfry's in this, but I hope it's like an actual base where you can do things. Like in Arkham Asylum, uh, all you could do in the Batcave was look up one thing, and that was one time for the story. Arkham City doesn't even have a Batcave because it's right next to Gotham. But so that kind of makes sense. Arkham Knight, there was like a lot of Batcaves. They just put stashes them in places. So that like I think they could fix. Like they should have one big Batcave, and you should be able to do multiple stuff. Like all your collectibles are stashed there. You can like upgrade craft gear or something there. Do a bunch of stuff like uh, get weapons, buy outfits, do a bunch of stuff in the Batcave. Like if they have like an in-game currency, kind of like credits or something.
Oh, who am I kidding? He'd do something much better. He was Mr. J, right? He always knew what to do.
Takedowns are fine for Rocksteady's Arkham games, but for Warner Brothers Montreal and Arkham Origins, they didn't satisfy me. Like, they was only like silent takedown, and like more in Arkham Origins, like it was like very hard to see which takedown because like it's so close up. It's not like this like good distance. It's like so close up, and gets very it's like feels very weird, especially when you're doing the takedown. Like you can like it's like you're right into the back, and they didn't even have that much takedowns any in Arkham Origins. And I feel like Gotham Knights, since it's 2020, should have a lot more takedowns than Arkham Knight, Arkham City, and Arkham Asylum. Like those three had a lot of takedowns. There was silent takedown, drop takedown, glide takedown. There was drop attack. That's not really a takedown, but there's silent takedown, ledge takedown, vent takedown, corner takedown. There's a lot in Arkham Asylum and City, and there just wasn't that much in Arkham Origins. But I feel like it's been like 7 years since they made another Batman game. Hopefully they've learned like they should add a lot more better stuff than Arkham Origins and Blackgate and even Arkham Knight.
This reminds me of being back at Arkham Asylum. Back with Mr. J.
Some of you may disagree with me on this, but the stealth was okay for Arkham Asylum, and it's fine in City. Sometimes, like, as long as they don't know where you are, it's okay. Like, they could be much better because literally in City, all you do is like hang from gargoyles or go in the vents, and and like depending on the room, you can be able to land on ceilings and stuff. And that's it. Like at night, it was the exact same. Stealth was not that good in either, and there's only silent takedowns. I mean, I feel like they should have a way better stealth. Like, and I feel like they shouldn't be able to see you when you do a smoke bomb or when you make a sound accidentally. Like, if they shouldn't be able to see you on the gargoyles. Like, they they say it themselves that I'm hiding in the darkness, but as soon as like I drop a or throw a batarang, they automatically know where you are, start shooting, and like then eventually they start taking out everything. If they see you on a gargoyle or inside a vent, they they just and you like and they lose you. They start destroying the gargoyles and the vent, and you have literally like nowhere to hide, and it gets very annoying. And I think they should add like more than just gargoyles. Like they should add like some real darkness uh at the top, and yeah, and they should add so they basically when you go up, and they should have much more stuff. Like you should be able to like stand on a lot more things. be able to hang more often on different things, like other than just gargoyles. And when you're in a like smoke bomb, like, and you like grapple somewhere else so you can get away, they notice you automatically and start firing again, and it gets very, very annoying. And it should be just like, and for Catwoman is like the absolute worst. Like, all she can do is like pounce on the ceiling, and her grapple, like, it literally alerts everyone. Like, even though it's supposed to be stealthy, like, she grapples onto like the bottom of the gargoyle and then to the top. And basically, when you try to get away with Catwoman, you literally can't, because like the way she plays is just so different, because you have to grapple onto this onto something else, and you have to keep grappling onto the thing until you finally get to the thing you want. Whereas Batman, Robin, Nightwing, and everyone else, you can just grapple in immediately, and it's not a strain. In Catwoman, you make one noise, they automatically know where you are, and like literally everyone knows where you are, and it gets annoying because you just keep dying. You're at critical health, and you can't heal, and then pretty much dies Catwoman.
You died.
And lastly, gadgets. There just aren't enough gadgets. I mean, because there was a lot in Arkham Asylum, but then they added like one every new game, and like Arkham Knight they only added like two. Arkham City they added three, and like that's like they're not adding that. It should be like 5 new gadgets per game, and then like they shouldn't be like completely useless, like the freeze blast in Arkham City. Like it's not useless, but you just don't need to have it in your menu. Remember that annoying Batmobile from Arkham Knight, where you literally got in the Batmobile, and as soon as one of those Batmobile deathmatch begins, you literally don't have a choice but to do it. Hopefully they don't do something like that with the motorcycles that everyone has. Hopefully, and hopefully like they make it fun. Like, the Batmobile shouldn't really be a tank, and there should be a lot of enemies. Hopefully they don't like make 20% of the game Batmobile, more like 5%.
Don't let him get away! Find him!
And that is 10 things that need to change in Gotham Knights. If you liked the video, give it a like, and if you want to see more, please subscribe.
Really?
No! That's mine! Ugh, let me go!
Whatever you say.